World is changing, and we just have to be more conscious of
We
all.
have to be conscious.
Yes.
Now, we're talking about residential safety. Now, how about those business safety tips? What are some of the safety tips that you would offer to business owners that would make their businesses less of a target?
Before we go to that topic, I just wanted to jump in really quick because I know you mentioned about making reports of incidents that concern you.
Correct.
And you had also asked about if you see suspicious activity or maybe something you're not sure about and it's not directly affecting you. You don't want to make a formal police report or, necessarily give a statement or anything like that. So there are other options that are available to the public, other means of communicating with the police to just pass along information, talk about something that you think might be an issue, might be suspicious. So one of the easiest ways, of course, as Sergeant Pompey mentioned, is to just approach your community police officer, if you're familiar with them, or even the community safety officers, who are civilian staff that act as a link between the community policing unit and the public. And then, of course, if you're too shy for that, we also have other methods. So the easiest way and the most confidential way is to go to our website or use our app. And if you go to submit a tip, you can submit an anonymous tip. You can also submit video or a photo with the tip. And if you want to give your contact info, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. We have no way of knowing who submits the tips if you don't tell us. Okay. So any information you have, you see a suspicious car in your neighborhood a couple of nights a week, you see some people gathering around looking like they're up to no good, because it's up to us, as the other gentlemen are saying, we all have to work together to keep our community safe, and that involves keeping an eye out, not just for ourselves, but for our neighbors and the community as a whole.
Okay, so we'll tell you what, we'll take a quick break, Mikal, Inspector Jones and Pompey. When we come back, we'll talk about some road safety tips as we head up to the season.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with K-Man Medical Supplies. 100% K-Manian owned. K-Man Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies, free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by K-Man Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
Kirk Freeport's $40,000 Christmas sweepstakes is back. Spend $100 on your favorite Kirk Freeport store, and you could win one of 3 $5,000 cash prizes, or one of 5 $1,000 cash prizes. All purchases of $100 before noon on Christmas Eve qualify for all remaining prize draws. There will be the annual Rolex watch prize draw on January 4th, and loads of other great prizes. Our small boxes give big surprises, and a Christmas full of great prizes. Full details on KirkFreeport.com. Merry Christmas from everyone at Kirk Freeport.
Christmas may be a little different this year, but it will taste as jolly good as ever with KFC. Whether it's an office party, holiday fete, or family gathering, enjoy KFC's delicious, fresh, hand-breaded chicken. The KFC Festive Feast includes 10 pieces of original recipe or spicy chicken, creamy mashed potatoes, tasty coleslaw, biscuits, and a 2-liter Pepsi. KFC's holiday catering menu includes buckets of hot wings, sweet chili wings, or chicken tenders. KFC, it's good.
Are you ready for the reggae show of the year? Bacardi presents One Love concert series, bringing to you Mr. Notch and Locomotion 345, Stuart Wilson, Erica Asai, and DJ Nico. It's going down Saturday, December 12th at Coral Beach. Tickets only $25. VIP inclusive drink $65. Cabana packages $200. Available now at eventpro.ky.
Brought to you by Bacardi, Burger Shack, Supermix, Rubis, and Radio K-Man.
Business Boss. Business Boss with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to our final 8 minutes on the Business Buzz this morning. In the studio, Inspector Jones, P.S. Pompey, and Mikal Campbell. Now, talking about holiday safety campaign, and it covers just about everything from road safety to home safety to business safety, and even getting on the bus New Year's Eve. Now, going back to some business safety tips, what precautions should persons take while shopping online or in person?
Well, for the online shopping, which is a good topic actually, because that is a prevalent means of shopping nowadays, and especially with the limited amount of travel we can do. The main thing you want to do, any financial activity that involves using your personal data, so whether it's online or in person using cards, you want to make sure that you guard that data as much as possible. So when shopping online, the main thing, first of all, before anything else, is to make sure that you're shopping from a reputable site. So we all know, or most of us know, the big sites such as Amazon and the big box retailers that are well known throughout the world. If you are shopping at a site and you're not sure of the credentials of the site, just do a little bit of research. You can Google a company, look for reviews, see if there's any persons that have had a bad experience or that recommend not using the site and trusting them with your data. The other thing is to make sure, stay cautious, not to. So if you're shopping online and using your credit card data, you want to make sure that the site that you're using has some kind of encryption. They'll always list that at the bottom of any purchase agreement page. If you can and you have something like PayPal, it's often better to use that to pay for things than to use the website directly, just because that's an added layer of protection. And don't give out your information over email or over the phone as much as possible. Try to avoid that. And then when you're shopping in person, the same kind of rules apply. So you want to make sure that you don't let anyone go out of your site with your card, because that's an opportunity for someone who wants to take your info to take it. When you're collecting money, withdrawing from ATMs, stay aware of your surroundings. If someone is around you and they're too close where you think they could possibly see your information, you can take a pause, go back, leave, and then come back at a later time when no one is around. If you see there seems to be some kind of tampering with the ATM or the device, maybe it's best to find another one to use. So those kind of things is kind of about being aware, keeping your information guarded closely, and using reputable services, reputable vendors.
And around this time with the COVID restriction, some people are going to be shopping online rather than going to the store or traveling to get what they want. Be careful when you're on the internet, because you may see some pop-up messages which ask for your financial details. Click it off. Don't go into it. That's very, very important. 2 things: never give your PIN out to anyone. Never send your PIN on the internet. Print all your records when you do a transaction. Very important. And these are some of the things. Know the people you are buying from, as Mikhail said, whether it's Amazon or who. Know that you are buying from reputable sources, because this can run you into some trouble with your credit cards and so on.
You guys have really scared me this morning.
Just trying to bring awareness.
And I'm happy about that, because sometimes people think because you have a credit card you can just go shopping, but you have to be careful of how you go about doing that. No.
I think just one more thing, another important thing is to just keep track of your account statement. So most people have online banking, so if you're using your card frequently, just take the time to check on a weekly basis, even a couple of times a week. Check your statement and make sure that you can account for all the transactions on the card. And as soon as you see something suspicious, contact your card company and your bank.
Yeah, that's the best thing, Mikhail. Good piece of advice. Now, let's talk about happiness during the holidays. And I'm going out, and I'm not really going. I'm just saying, I wish I was going out. But every year we have RCIPS in collaboration with National Drug Council, the annual Designated Driver Purple Ribbon Pledge, and that New Year's Eve Purple Ribbon Bus Campaign. Talk to us a little bit about it, Mikhail, or whoever's going to.
Sure. So, that is an annual campaign that we partner with the NDC on, and they work together with some of the other local media companies to help promote, and various businesses on the island sponsor the campaign. So I think all of their funding comes from sponsorships, and it just shows how important safe driving is, preserving life for everyone around the island. So even, the liquor companies, you might think, the liquor companies don't care, they just want people to drink, but that's not the case. They want to make sure people drink responsibly, because that's how they will have their continued customers. So they want people to enjoy themselves, purchase their products, but to do so in a way that is safe and sustainable. So what it really involves, it's a 3-prong approach. So throughout towards the end of November, they institute the designated driver program. And what that is a program where if you sign up, you can go to one of their locations to collect a purple keychain. And if you're going out, you can be the designated driver for a group of friends or whoever the designated driver is. There's participating restaurants and bars, and they will provide free beverages to anyone who is the designated driver. So that's free non-alcoholic beverages.
Okay, I was thinking.
So while the rest of your party can enjoy themselves, take their drinks and stuff, they'll make sure that you're not sitting there thirsty or having to spend a lot of money, because they want to encourage people to step up and take that responsibility on of being the designated driver. Then you have the Purple Ribbon Pledge, which is basically a pledge that you can take. You can go to their site and take. And it's a promise to drink responsibly, to not drink and drive, to always have a designated driver or a plan. So it's basically trying to put some accountability on people and getting people to really think about these things before they actually go out. Because I think a lot of what happens is that you go out and you're just not thinking ahead. So it's not like you're willfully saying, I'm going to go out and drink and drive, but it's just that you end up in a situation, you've drunk, you have no other ride, so you just say, oh, it's fine, I'll drive. So it's encouraging people to be aware and think ahead. And in that vein, then on New Year's Eve and New Year's morning, there's the Purple Ribbon Bus, which is free bus service, and that's again provided by sponsorship. Free bus service that services, it goes all the way up from the town areas up to West Bay and service to the Bottom Town and the Eastern Districts as well, and that runs from in the evening until I think about 4 in the morning is when it stops. And they basically go to all of the major bars, so you just stand up outside any major bar in the central town area and on the 7 Mile Strip, and then they will take you up. They come in certain intervals. I think it might be 15-minute intervals. You'll see the buses with the purple lights. You just wave them down, yeah. So they'll stop for you, and then the good thing is that they'll take you right to your door. So it's not like they'll drop you off somewhere and you have to walk. Like, you just tell them where you're going. They have their certain routes, and then they'll take you back home, so you don't have to drive if you've been drinking.
That's awesome. No, you said from 9. Is that from 9 at night to 4 a.m.?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact start time, but it's early in the nighttime, so I think it might be about 9 or 10.
Okay.
But you can find that info on their Facebook page or their website. So you just look up National Drug Council on Facebook or www.ndc.org for their website.
So that's the designated driver. Take your purple ribbon pledge, and then there's a blue ribbon. Purple ribbon bus campaign. Now, before we head out of the business bus for this morning, let's talk just a little bit about, or a bit more about road safety and how folks can continue to keep safe during the holiday season. And let's talk about some of those stats that you have. Yeah, you might have stats. I know you have stats. You look like the stats guy.
Thank you. We can't overemphasize road safety, and as my colleague there emphatically expound on it, and I hope members of the public are listening and they will take key into it and do the necessary adjustment to ensure that everyone remains safe. That's the objective of this campaign, is ensuring that we all remain safe. The stats will reveal that there is quite an influx of inconsistency as it relates to driving out there. During the year, thus far to date, we have prosecuted over 3,879 individuals for excessive speeding. We have issued over 700 tickets for using the cell phone whilst driving. We have arrested over 242 individuals for driving whilst intoxicated. And 88 of these individuals were involved in a motor vehicle accident. Now you can just do the analogy here, being drunk and involved in an accident. Obviously, everybody around you now becomes a target. Everybody around you becomes vulnerable. And we have some very high numbers as it relates to the intake of alcohol. As you know, here in Ireland, the legal limit is 0.100%. And most recently, we have reading an individual was arrested for driving whilst intoxicated and provided a reading of 0.336%.
Wow.
So that's like 300% over, which is just unbelievable.
Person had a good time.
Unbelievable. So importantly, I am imploring the public on behalf of the RCIPS, please slow down during the holiday period. If you have to drink, as they say, get a designated driver. Please do not go out there taking all this alcohol and then choose to go behind the steering. It is unacceptable. We cannot be that selfish. We have to be a little bit more responsible. Let's take due care. Remember now, you're not only thinking about your life in terms of saving your life, but you have to think about every other road users. And unfortunately, sometimes some of these collisions have serious implication and family members, because in most cases, especially where there are fatalities, those individuals are the primary provider for the homes, and just by them not being in the picture no more, then you could see the impact it will have on some family members. So please, I'm just beseeching to the public, just slow down, take it easy. The police will be out there, but obviously enforcement is just one aspect of it. Education is key in everything. Educate yourself about the proper usage of the roadway, and hopefully it will reduce the inconsistency in terms of the driving practices on the road.
Thank you, Inspector Jones. Susan, I'll beg you for 2 more minutes, if you don't mind. This is important, and want to wrap up by saying any final words from either one of you, McCall, Pompey, or Inspector Jones.
All right. Yeah, so just to clarify, to confirm that, the Purple Ribbon bus does run from 9 p.m. until 4 a.m., so that's on the 31st. And they also have service to all the districts and in Cayman Brac, so they have a taxi service, similar method, so make sure we include the sister islands as well. Just to let the public know how to contact us, the best ways to get information from the police service, to keep up to date with what's happening, is by visiting our website at rcips.ky, or downloading our mobile app for Apple and Android on the iTunes Store, the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, and that's RCIPS, so just search RCIPS and you'll find it. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search for RCIPS.
And for our listeners, let me just remind you the importance of safety for this Christmas season. We're here 2020. We want to be here again 2021. Having listened to the stats from Inspector Jones, I'll encourage you. There's a documentary on YouTube that I did in 2015. It's called Road Impact Cayman Islands. I'll encourage you to go to YouTube, have a look at it, and this could definitely change some lives.
Okay, in a nutshell, the fun segment. What do you guys want for Christmas? What do you look forward to? Come on.
That you catch us off guard.
What I want most for Christmas is that I want everybody to be alive to see 2021.
I knew you were going to say that.
So importantly, slow down. You know, Anita, I was probing the internet, just looking at some stats on traffic issues around the world. And I found a slogan which really hit me. It says, if you know you're driving to your death, would you drive fast?
Ooh.
You know,
I like that.
Slow down. This is my cry to the public. Slow down. Join the RCIPS in promoting safe driving. Let's save some lives, and let's do the right thing and ensure that our roadway remains safe.
And the RCIPS is doing an excellent job on educating the public. Pompey, what do you want? More music?
I want some Anita cake for Christmas.
I don't bake cake. I don't bake cake. No, we'll probably have to go to Foster's and get some, because I don't bake cake.
Susan could do that for you.
Susan probably bring some cake in. McCall, how about you before we leave?
It would be great if COVID could just vanish. That'd be a great Christmas gift.
As a wish, all of us will be wishing this Christmas. But thank you so much for popping by this morning, and want to see you all safe and sound, because police officers have to take care of themselves, you know.
Yeah, of course.
You take care of everybody around you. Mm-hmm. You have to take care of yourself. Thank you so much for listening this morning. Our guests were Inspector Dwayne Jones, Head of Traffic and Roads Policing, also Police Sergeant Pompey, Acting Head of Community Policing Unit, and McCall Campbell. McCall is the Media Officer from the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service Media and Communications Office. Thank you all for sharing. This was indeed the last show featuring the RCIPS for the year 2020. It has been a pleasure having you as our guest and informing our listeners about the latest police news and information. Merry Christmas, guys, and best wishes for the new year. We'll see you back in studio in 2021.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you as well.
Business Buzz.
The Business Buzz is brought to you by Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 46 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And also brought to you by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call the